Tottenham Hotspur, it's happened again, it's happened again, it's happened again. Tottenham Hotspur, it's happened again. We've got our Chelsea back. We have finally got our Chelsea back after games of torture, getting hammered left, right, and centre, poor performances, Sarri's job on the line. So much negativity, fans giving players abuse, booing them, and everything. It's so nice to have our Chelsea back. Finally, they know what it means to fight for the badge, to actually beat a proper rival, our biggest rivals, Tottenham Hotspur, after what they did to us. They slapped us up and spat on us at Wembley back in November when they ended our unbeaten run. And then they came along and we whipped them and told them, fuck off back to North London. That's where you belong, you scumbags. I'm so delighted and so chuffed that we've just beaten them. And I've got no words to say. Everyone was fantastic. Now, before I do get into how everyone performed and the proper match review, let me go over the lineup now. Obviously, Caballero did start and goal. Fullback sort of Azpilicueta and Marcos Alonso. Two centre backs sort of Antonio Rudiger, David Luiz. Three midfielder, Jorginho as the register, Kante right centre mid, Kovacic left centre mid. Three up front of Eden Hazard, Gonzalo Higuain and Pedro. Now, I thought this is a very, very weak lineup. I was really disappointed. And I even tweeting out and saying to my mates, this is probably the worst lineup Sarri has put out since his appointment. In my opinion, I think it is dreadful. The Caballero situation, I completely understand because obviously he did state he could drop Kepa. It's good. He needs to show who's got the authority. So that one I understood with. But I don't understand the other ones. I mean, he kept praising Emerson, how, he has no choice but to use him because he's been playing fantastically. That didn't make sense. But tactically, Sarri was clever there. I'll get onto in a minute why Sarri was clever. But regarding two centre backs, I thought Christensen would get a shout because David Luiz really good playing a full 120 minutes. I thought both of them would be knackered, so I thought Christensen would get a run, and I was quite disappointed not to see them. And also, I thought Kovacic just moving to that register will give Jorginho a rest. He also played 120 and have maybe Ruben Loftus-Cheek as that number 8 and have Kante playing. And I would have liked to see Callum Hudson-Odoi also playing. Unfortunately, did not feature, which is a bit disappointing. But that's not going to take the gloss off the game because the performance was phenomenal. Every single player played their socks off. They played their hearts out. And I can't fault a single player. All of you are fantastic. That's what it means to play in a proper London derby. And fair play to all of you. You were all magnificent. You were all fantastic. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy I can sleep well tonight. And now we've pulled Tottenham into the top 4 race because now we are 7 points behind them with a game in hand. And they're on 3rd place. We are now still in 6th place because obviously Arsenal battered Bournemouth 5-1 and United beat Crystal Palace 3-1. But if we do win our game in hand, which is Fulham away, then we do go in 4th spot, which is fantastic, and will only be if Arsenal does a favour on Saturday. Meet Tottenham will be 1 point off 3rd place. Everything's good. The main objective is still there. Sarri's job is still intact. He's proved to the board, he's shown the board that he's the right man for this job, and I'm so happy. Now, getting into the goals, and the first half was a bit strange. I'll get into the tactics in a minute. Now, the reason why I clocked afterwards that Marcos Alonso was starting is the height difference. Now, I was mentioning this point earlier, but obviously with Emerson playing, obviously he's much significantly shorter than Marcos Alonso, and obviously tactically it would have been an issue because let's be honest, Tottenham Hotspur, they have much more superior players when it comes to aerially. Obviously, they have much more taller players. You've got like Ericsson, Harry Kane, Alderweireld, Davinson Sanchez, Musa Sissoko. They've got very, very tall players compared to ours where we've got really, really small players. So aerially would have been an issue, free kicks, corners, etc. So Sarri thought of it tactically. He mentioned it early in the season that Alonso is usually picked because of the height issue. And I think that's why Alonso was picked. Now, credit to Alonso, he wasn't poor. He was actually decent, beating his man, defending really, really well. Like I said, every player today was fantastic. I'm one of Alonso's biggest critics, but fair play to him. I'll give him credit where credit's due. He was really, really good. Azpilicueta showing the character, the passion. When Pedro scored that goal, he slammed to the floor and he was celebrating so hard. That's what it means to be a captain. He knows what it means to play for this club, and fantastic for him. The two centre-backs, in my opinion, were man a match. Wow. I mean, David Luiz is fantastic, commanding that back four, that back line, defending, putting their body on the line. Same with Rudiger, really, really commanding, winning his 50-50 duels, winning everything aerially. He had both of them together, had Harry Kane and Ericsson in their pocket. They both couldn't get a sniff. Lucas Moura came on, couldn't do any damage. Son, apparently the best player in the Prem. You know what? Fair play to Aspic because he had them in their pocket. Fair play. The defensively were fantastic. The fact we've got another clean sheet. Caballero's got another clean sheet. Would have been it's a shame because Kepa would have got another clean sheet and we want him to race for the golden glove. But he deserves to be on the bench for what he did. And then we go on to midfield. Jorginho, I think he was a bit dodgy in the first half, but in the second half, superb, distributing the ball fantastically, dictating the game, dictating the tempo of the game, really controlling the game like how we want him to. Yes, he's a sloppy at times, giving the ball away, etc. But that's understandable. He's playing against a top team. Under pressure, you can give the ball away. But I thought it was fantastic. One touch, two touch passing. Kovacic pressing really high, controlling the game as well. And Kante for me, also up there for man of match contender. Ran his socks off. Despite playing 120 minutes against Man City, he still ran his socks off, tackling, going on those insane mazy dribbling runs where he got 2-3 past 2-3 players. For the Pedro goal, the way he nicked it, he drove forwards and he slotted it for Pedro, who then cut inside, twisted out the veil inside. I thought had a decent game in the first half. And nutmeg Lloris with a fantastic Pedro-esque Barcelona finish. Fantastic stuff from him. But yeah, regarding N'Golo Kante, I don't want to hear no more of this DM rubbish, please. Because Kante, he's proven to me in his last few games that he's so underrated in his position. Not only is he good defensively, so in his position, he can still do his dirty defensive work, winning the ball back, helping that back four, playing that natural DM position, but then he pushes forwards, he then uses the high press, the high intensity, with the energy that he has. He wins the ball back in high areas and allows the team to play, dribbles past him. He's much better than Alan, is suited for this role. Best player in this position by far. He's simply world class and he's a beautiful man. I love him. I love him so much. He's a manager's dream. We're so privileged to have N'Golo Kante. Now, Eden Hazard, he was subbed off for Willian early part second half, right after the Pedro goal. I think it was believed to be 62nd minute. A lot of fans kind of questioning it, found it quite strange that Hazard subbed up. But obviously, remember, he did play 120 minutes. He was knackered from that game because he was one of our best performers. Playing that false line is a very, very tiring position. And obviously, probably more fatigue is the reason why Hazard wasn't good today. But he still tried. He still did things, just, a bit tired. But, he got some rest. So he's probably definitely fired up and ready for the Fulham game on Sunday. So that's going to be very, very interesting. Now, obviously, Roulan came on for him. Very, very good from him. Decent performance. Now, Pedro was really poor in the first half. In the second half, did he take some drugs or something? Because he came out, beautiful Barcelona-esque finish that we know, cut inside and finesse it. But the defensive work as well. The way he just won the ball back in our own box from Harry Kane, nicked it off him. He then went past two players. Did some skill moves. I mean, he was incredible. The amount of energy and commitment he's shown. Fair play to Pedro because he was fantastic in the second half. And he's also up there for man of match contender. But, I can't fault any single player. Sarri's game plan was tactical, perfect. And the reason why he was a tactical masterclass because in the first half, he probably told the players to not try and win the game. The mistake that we've had in the past when we've got battered or we've lost a game by significantly was we tried to win the game way too early, would lose energy, would allow the team to counter us, and obviously with the mentality, we have a weak mentality. Once we concede one, it's an issue. He probably told them, stay in the game. 0-0 at half time. We're a much better team in the first, especially the first 20-25 minutes. We dominated the game. We dominated possession. We basically did to Tottenham what they did to us at Wembley. We suffocated them, didn't allow to get, basically play football. We just pressurise them so much. We stuck close to their man. We allowed to play our football and we didn't allow them to move the ball as much. So fantastic from us. And the second half, that's where we won the game. We dominated the game and Tottenham were poor in my opinion. But not only that, is because we were fantastic. The reason why they were poor is because we were brilliant. And I can't fault it. Tactical masterclass, I'm sorry. Basically telling them, we have to win the game in the second half, allow them to get tired, don't pressurise too hard, sit a little bit deeper, but then also pressurise them high when we do get the opportunity, and don't allow Tottenham to basically play off on the back and play their game. So we definitely suffocated them in that aspect. But like I said, I can't fault a single player. Every single player was fantastic. We've won a London derby, we beat them 2-0, and we have our Chelsea back. I'm so delighted, I'm so gassed for this. Looking forward to it now. We're back in the top four race. I do believe we'll get top four. We've got the Europa League still. So many, many things to fight for this season. We can still win Europa League. Very, very good chance in that. Still a trophy up for grabs. Out of the FA Cups, more rest, which is kind of good for us. A blessing in disguise. And in Premier League, we can still come third or fourth. So everything is there. The goal is there. And yeah, I'm delighted. Sorry. he's going to sleep well tonight. The players fighting for Sorry. This is fantastic, a fantastic night. I hope you guys did enjoy this review. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new around here, and comment down below your thoughts about the game. Yeah, and I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.